What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on the channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I put out the video about how much I think the voucher promo card should cost, and I'm getting some interesting comments, some of which I've replied to and others I will get to in a moment, but I thought it would be worth doing a video just because it allows me the ability to expand a little bit more on my reasoning why and why I disagree with a lot of the comments here. Again, respectfully disagree, right? So Asmon, I don't know if this is just a troll comment saying, no, voucher should not give some of the coolest stuff in game, but overpriced average cards so that people with vouchers got some crap to put vouchers in and can be ignored as all value goes into DEC and SPS. Vouchers were always meant to be the access token. So I think that they should give you access to very cool, exclusive, and unique things. We're finally getting that with this card, right? I don't know what the card's going to be, but we're finally getting that, where if you want this card, you're going to need to have vouchers. And the only way to get vouchers is through SPS and node licenses. So here's one I responded to, but I'll expand a little bit more, right? So for Dallas, I should say, says, why not take the opportunity to create a price that encourages new players rather than more pro whale policies? How about starting at 1 per BCX with the card, soulbound cards, and double the cost for each BCX purchased? Max cards could be very rare, but anyone should be able to participate. So this is the thing. I mean, I think this is a cool idea. Don't get me wrong, right? Where it's just like 1 per BCX and then it doubles as you go along. I think we could definitely do something like that in the future. But as I say here, right, these cards are not for new players. These are exclusive cards that are set aside for the people who are most invested in the ecosystem, primarily, right, with SPS and node licenses. I know a lot of people are invested in land and cards and all that. And again, hopefully there'll be other ways for you guys to get benefits for that. But at the end of the day, you always knew from the get-go that vouchers were going to be given to those that were staking SPS. That's been there since October of 2021. And then they were given to node licenses a little bit less than a year later. So that has always been the case. If you own node licenses, if you have SPS staked, you will earn vouchers. And so therefore, this is not meant for new players. This is primarily meant for people who have that stake in the ecosystem. Now, there's another comment here from Nicole saying, just $75 for a max card, a trifle, right? Like, Nasman says, what does he care? He's in buying, so more others pay, the better. Actually, here's the beautiful part. This promo card that's being given out, again, as I said earlier, it's being given out to folks who are highly invested in the ecosystem. So if anything, if I wanted to get this card, I'm not buying it. Why? Because I get vouchers already. For most players who are highly invested in the ecosystem, the card's going to end up being free. All I have to do is not sell my vouchers. I mean, sure, can others go out there and then buy vouchers? Absolutely. And the idea is make it so that the card is actually pretty damn good. Again, I'm not saying meta breaking. I'm not saying meta defining. I'm just saying don't make it a scrub card. Make it a card that people would want. And therefore, it's just like, okay, if you want access to these types of cards, get more SPS, get a node license, help decentralize the network, right? Or you're going to have to buy it from other folks, right? That's just what it comes down to. And then Osku says, Matt, don't give Matt stupid ideas, but stupid ideas are all I have. So that's all I could say about this. Now, again, I understand we're trying to make the game accessible for other folks, right? We're trying to make the game overall, welcoming to players who are new in the ecosystem. And I think there's a tremendous amount of ways in which people can experience that. Chaos Legion cards are super cheap, right? Even Rebellion cards now have come down a lot in their price. You can go and get Rift Watcher cards, right? Like, so there's a lot of ways in which you can participate. I mean, even look at Bulldog. Shout out to Bulldog, right? I mean, he's been talking about the fact that he's no longer going to be buying cards because it just makes more sense to rent. So people can come in and just start working their way up through the game without actually having to own anything. And I'm not saying whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying that is the reality in which we live in now, where people can go in and start accumulating assets right within the game, namely SPS and then soulbound reward cards, as they go through and progress and play more, right? So at the end of the day, if you want to be getting, or if you want to get access to all the exclusive stuff, vouchers are finally reaching what their intended utility was supposed to be, in my opinion. And that's why I made the video about, like, the Chaos Legion era is finally done, because vouchers are not going to be, I mean, yes, they are going to be printed into oblivion, but now they're not going to be a drag on the rest of the ecosystem. Right now, I'm just repeating stuff from that video in case you guys missed it. But my whole point is that right now, vouchers are finally getting how do I phrase this? The vouchers are finally going to be what we wanted them to be, right? Just this a gatekeeping way to get some of the most it doesn't even have to be the best stuff, just some exclusive things. If you want to get this stuff, you got to get your hands on vouchers, and you can either buy the assets, right? You can buy vouchers themselves, or you can hold the assets that produce vouchers. And at the end of the day, I'm not saying that these cards should be like I said, meta defining. I don't think that they should be. They shouldn't be things that every player is going to need to have in order to succeed. But look at something like Zerial, right? I have one BCX of Zerial. There's other promo cards that I don't even have. So but I'm able to get by and enjoy my time playing the game. So it is what it is. And to Asmon's point here, right? Who's kind of trolling me about not buying. I haven't decided yet. Like, I don't know what the cost is going to be, but I know how much, I know how many vouchers I get per day, and I know how many BCX I'll be able to, potentially buy once we get that pricing. And if it'll make more sense, again, for me to sell the vouchers, or to buy it and play with it, or to buy it and sell it based on how the market is going to, be impacted by it. And again, I'm sure we'll find some equilibrium where all that stuff is going to, naturalize out or equalize out anyway. But that is my thought on this matter. Just wanted to give a little bit more of an explanation as to why I believe the price should be what it should be, and why these things should actually be somewhat exclusive, and we should be trying to burn through voucher utility. Like, I don't think that we're ever going to get to a $25 voucher again. And I'm not even saying that that would be a fantastic thing. But a higher, people fighting over vouchers is exactly what we want. Right? People fighting, people pushing and shoving over vouchers, people pushing and shoving over SPS, people pushing and shoving over cards, right? So here's an opportunity to do that with vouchers, which have traditionally been the shitcoin of this entire ecosystem. So it's time that, we change things around. Shout out to Matt. We're trying to do something different here. So let's see how things play out. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.